So I don't know if politics was an avenue for gaining wealth for Mitt Romney.
But he did tie his dog onto his car, which was abuse.
And he cut someone's hair. So that was pretty bad.
Episode 10.
Welcome to the American Fork Podcast. Tonight we're going to talk about everything you didn't know that you don't care about until now.
That was great.
Tonight is a very, very special night. Number one being it's our first double-digit episode. This is episode number 10. Woohoo! We also have a very special guest. Her name is Sydney.
Welcome, Sydney.
We're going to really bring her into the discussion here very soon, but we're glad that she's with us. I wanted to take care of some special, some typical householding items first. One, we have a website that you've probably heard about. It's AmericanForks.com. You can listen to the show. You can subscribe on all the podcatchers. You can donate to our Patreon or just go there and get our numbers up. We have some existence on the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at American Forked. And we now have a voicemail line that you can call in anytime you want, 24/7. You don't have to speak to a stupid person.
Like me.
Like Jeff, unless you want to. Just leave us a voicemail. The number is 385-323-0684. Maybe we'll play your voicemail in the show. And
you can also email us at info@americanfork.com. If you want to email Trent, it's noreply@americanfork.com.
Yeah, and I thought it was dumb to ask people for money, but I found out this Patreon thing is to help people start up. It's you actually pay monthly or something. Is that what you guys were saying?
Yeah.
It's not give us some money. It's give us money every month.
Yeah.
Right now.
So it's not just give us money.
Don't just give us money.
Give us money every month.
Residual money.
Yeah. We want.
I guess Patreon changed their policy and they no longer do one-time donations. It's monthly donations, but we do currently have 4 patrons that are giving us money.
That's amazing.
Who are those people?
Who are those people? I'm really glad that you asked, Trent,
it's
because those people
it's
are
confidential, is what it is.
Jeff.
We're not going to get into the financial.
Jeff is one of them.
Oh, baller.
Me, I'm one of them.
So half.
My wife is one of them.
Jake's double dipping.
And my sister-in-law. So those are the 4 people that we currently have donating to the show.
And Jake actually donated for his sister-in-law. So it's all Jake.
Yes.
Three
I
of
lent
them
her
are
the money.
Jake and it's me.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jake's family.
Yes.
So we are
75% of our Patreon is Jake's family.
The rest of you guys who haven't donated,
75% of our
Tyler,
listeners.
F word, Sitters, Phil.
See, here's the thing. At this point, it really just goes towards our pickled egg fund. That's all it's paying for. But we do need to keep that fund going.
So as I mentioned before we get into our content, this is a special show. So in celebration of our 10th episode, we do have some things that we'd like to bring to the table here. First one is if you guys write a review of the show on Google or Apple Podcasts. Actually, I think just Apple Podcasts. I don't think you can do reviews on Google. Do you guys know? Pretty sure you can't.
Don't care.
Apple Podcasts. Email us a screenshot of your review at info@americanfork.com, and we will send you some stickers to put on your hydro flask.
I thought we were going to go sweep their front porch.
You can put them on your bumper.
Contestant.
That's another item.
If they give us a review or sign up on Patreon, we'll go to their house and sweep their front porch.
Yeah, we'll show up at your house.
$10 minimum.
Didn't you guys say with no pants on, though, right?
That's what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an option for you.
Three steps high only.
If you live in Utah Valley or Salt Lake Valley and you donate $10, we will come and sweep your porch.
House.
We'll egg your house.
That's a good
That's
idea.
a service we should offer. Great job. If you have recently broken up with your girlfriend, husband, and or wife, we will go egg their house.
Call the American Fork Podcast.
Or you can email us at dirtydeedsdonedirtcheap@americanfork.com.
Artie Lang is currently running our emails there.
I think Sid's a good laugh track.
She is.
I like
good.
it.
Can you just not
like
say
it.
anything and just
we are
laugh?
way
It's
too
amazing.
old.
Don't-
We're way too old
don't
to
say
be egging
anything,
houses
Sid.
and running away from cops.
Whatever, I do it.
I would too. Right now, I ate Phil's house.
I would drive away from cops.
On his way up the walkway,
I have
is
to clean
no
him up in the
running.
morning.
we brought the eggs
I would
into
just
the house.
I would just pay someone to do it off that app TaskRabbit.
And pay him in
Have them egg house
Bitcoin.
for me.
All of a sudden, he gets a job and he's a baller. He's just paying people to do his crap.
He doesn't want to get stuck in a garage again.
Oh,
That was terrifying when you're 13 years old.
Wait, you got stuck in a garage?
You don't get
He
stuck
told us
in
about
an
it last week.
open garage, though. He didn't get.
couple
He
weeks ago.
stopped running.
We were snowballing together, and we all got hid in
yeah,
someone's
yeah.
garage.
I thought you meant like as a child he got like locked in a garage or
Oh,
something.
no.
That is so messed up.
Almost
No,
as
they
traumatic.
didn't have a garage.
I think there's more
Why is
things.
he mad? I had a fucking carport too. Phil's getting mad for people.
I didn't get mad.
Phil's like, "Arr!" I'm gonna edit that out of right now. The fuck is your problem? Your wife's not even here.
You are exuding either sexual or racial tension. I can't tell.
Could be both.
It is both.
All right, Jake, press on. We'll follow eventually.
So I wanted to do kind of like a kind of a pop quiz, see how well you guys know your world around you. And so in celebration of being episode 10, I want to see if you guys know what the top 10 movies of all time are. So starting
in sales or
movies.
just how good they are.
According to
So
Beagle.
this is according to critic rating on IMDb.
Oh, I know the first one.
So the first one will come when we get to the number 1. But the number 10, what do you guys think is the 10th best movie of all time?
The one.
The one
Trumbo.
starring Jet Li.
Guys, that's a joke.
It's Trumbo.
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 Starring Bryan
Yeah,
Cranston.
that's
Some
documentary.
Netflix, on some Netflix documentary.
I don't know, Jake. Just tell
It's
us.
a rating of 8.8. Lord of the
care.
Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Fellowship of the Ring, yes. Director was Peter Jackson. That was released
That was
in
Beagle's
2001.
favorite movie until
Is that
right
the
now.
first one?
That was
The
the first
Fellowship
one.
of
Yeah.
the Ring.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Okay. Yeah.
number-
Number
Okay.
9,
9.
also a rating of 8.8.
Lord of the
is
Rings.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
I've never seen it.
Directed by Sergio Leone
I actually have not seen that.
in 1966.
Never seen it.
I haven't seen that either.
Anyone seen it?
What a bunch of millennials we are.
I saw it.
Haven't even seen the 9th best movie of all time.
I saw it like 10 years ago,
Who's in that?
but
Clint
Robert
Eastwood.
I don't know.
Redford.
But a lot of comment, like a lot of modern. So I'm trying to think of how I'm going to put this.
Oh yeah, it was
So a
Clint
lot of
Eastwood.
like modern westerns are based off of the good, bad, and the ugly.
Spaghetti Western,
So a
I
lot
think
of-
they call it.
Yeah.
Do you think
So,
that
like,
Feeling
any-
lucky, punk.
Yeah. Anyways,
do you feel, as a person that's seen this movie, do you feel that if I saw the third Back to the Future, I've basically seen the movie or no?
I hate you so much.
is that the third? The third one's when they go back to the western, right?
Yeah. Why do you think I'd bring it up? I'm not an idiot.
So the scenes. So the scenes where they filmed the drive-in movie where they like drive off. That's in
Yeah.
Blanding.
Uh-huh.
In Back to the Future?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Back to the Future.
But you're not answering my question.
Oh,
Okay.
no, it
But
doesn't.
I'm going to give you
No.
another
Yeah.
question. On The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, where did they put the DeLorean? Was it in the cave?
I don't know. It was 10 years ago. I don't know.
All right. Number 8.
Number
Let's
7.
go to
Jake.
number 8.
Number 8 with a rating of 8.9 was
Shrek.
Pulp Fiction,
Oh, okay.
That's a good one.
directed by
Yes.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yep.
Quentin Tarantino
Yep.
in 1994.
Yes.
Number 7 with a rating of 8.9 also is The Lord of the Rings: The Return of the
we
King,
go.
also
Hey.
directed by Peter
Here
Jackson
we go.
in
Next.
2003.
Next.
Love the Lord of the Rings movies.
Yep.
Next.
Mike's
Number
not here.
6,
Next.
also rating of 8.9, Schindler's List.
Oh, great. Here we go.
Steven Spielberg,
Let's jump past that
1993.
one really fast.
That's actually a great flick.
It was one of
It's
the
a
most.
good movie.
Thank you.
It's a good
It's
movie.
important. It's important.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
That was. Never mind. Let's go.
Number
Jeff's so
5.
uncomfortable.
Number 5. Rating of 8.9. 12 Angry Men. The original
what that
one
movie is.
by Sidney Lumet in 1957. Not the
Stop.
No,
remake.
never seen it.
Stop. Why? Tell us
Saw it in
something.
English class.
Tell us
in
something we
10th
fucking
grade.
care about.
We have
Keep
to
going
watch
until we
that in
care.
school or something.
Beagle's going to care about the
I
next
remember seeing clips of that in school.
one.
That's a high school movie you watch.
Yeah, well, in high school I watched the remake of it, not the 1957 one.
Okay,
Right.
is Finding Nemo coming up?
No, it's not, Jeff.
That's in the top 2. Stop.
That's what I'm asking.
Number 4,
Uh-huh.
rating of 9.0, The Dark Knight
That's a dope movie.
by Christopher Nolan.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good
Number
movie.
4.
Number 4
I
is The
thought
Dark
higher.
Knight. 2008
Wait,
was released.
which 1, 2, or 3 in that like series?
Two.
Or
What's the
whatever?
one where the guy died?
The one that's called The Dark Knight.
with
That's
The
the one
Joker.
with Heath Ledger.
Yeah, Keith Ledger.
But if he wouldn't have died, would anyone really care?
Keith
Like he
Ledger.
did a great
Yes.
promotional
Yes.
job. No,
Love
if he
that.
didn't do a great
Absolutely.
promotional job of killing himself,
Wow.
it wouldn't have been the same.
Wow.
Oh, all of a sudden you're married to Heath Ledger? How are you upset?
Yeah, and when he died, he really didn't
Did you,
all
have
the
did you have a Heath Ledger poster in your fucking garage or something? No.
when he died, isn't that
Look,
when all
dude,
the
10 Things I Hate About You changed my life. So Heath Ledger was my boyfriend.
That's
Is he in
fair.
that?
Ledger was the shit,
Yeah.
dude.
That's fair.
Yeah, you don't need to belittle everyone's beliefs, Trent.
I sure do if they're a piece of crap.
That is
I-
part of Trent's beliefs.
I personally thought when they announced that they were going to have a
That's
new
Trent's
Joker,
religion.
when they announced they were going to have a new Joker in the Batman movie, I was like, you cannot top Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, I
His
thought the
Joker
same thing.
was incredible. But then Heath Ledger, I think, nailed it.
But Jack Nicholson,
Yeah.
he didn't commit.
And isn't it funny that after
He
Heath
did-
Ledger,
he
I
didn't-
was like,
did
no
not
one
kill
could
himself.
no one could do Joker again, but then Joaquin Phoenix
Yeah,
did
Joaquin
a really
Phoenix
good
did
Joker.
Right.
a great rendition of it too.
I think it's all relative because the Joker to me is always going to be Mark Hamill from the animated series.
Can we not?
That's the Joker to be.
Can we not
Yeah.
mute him?
I think we
Why are
can.
you
We have to
trying
reach
to
way
mute
over
me?
there, though.
We're trying to talk
Why
about.
can't
We're trying to talk about
Why
something
can't I
people
contribute to
care
a
about.
conversation about the Joker?
The animated Batman.
Who knew Mark
The
Hamill
animated
was
Batman
involved?
series.
Did he record
I
it
did.
in a tanning bed?
I did.
Of course you did.
Everyone knows that Mark Hamill was. You're an idiot.
Yep.
No, I have hobbies.
No, I'm an idiot too. Then
Anybody
I don't
who
know.
played the
Yes.
Arkham like video game series probably knew because that
Oh.
was
Way to
that makes
pigeonhole
total
yourself.
sense.
Yeah, okay.
was that on Game Boy?
Anyone that sat at home the week, shut the fuck up. Get a goddamn hobby.
Boulter, how's your hand, by the way? Let's see it.
Yeah.
Oh,
beautiful. It's
Is
all
it-
kinds of juicy.
Oh.
It's
gosh.
purple. That's
What
gross.
happened?
Just
He was
spilled some
emasculating.
300, yeah, 300-degree grease on it.
Oh.
I've had a burn like that.
Is
It's
that
not
all?
fun.
Just 300?
Yeah,
Pussy.
yeah, I know. I'm a bit of a pussy. Sorry.
Turn that heat up.
Are you guys ready for number 3?
Oh, there's
Ready.
more. I thought we ended at 4.
No.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Number 3, rating of 9.0, The Godfather Part 2,
Snore.
Ooh.
directed by Francis Ford Coppola.
And who said
Yeah.
sequels aren't
Copula.
right?
Coppola
Capula.
Capula.
in 1974. And the number 2 best film is the one from 2 years prior, The Godfather. Same
Ooh,
director.
I thought that would be
Really?
number one.
1972.
Wrong.
And number
Oh,
1,
I'm so pissed off at number
is
1.
the
Number one.
Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank Redemption.
totally.
Rating of 9.3.
Shawshank will ruin my night. I will stop.
Released
anything
1994.
to watch Shawshank.
yeah.
Shawshank is my partner's favorite movie.
Oh.
So cool.
You're gay.
It's a good
Yep.
movie.
Business partner.
No, I just have a partner
What is
that I
that?
live with that I signed some paperwork with.
I honestly
Stop.
don't know what that means.
Stop, Trent. Stop. Okay, Jake, what's next? Jake, Trent, stop.
Well, that was the top 10.
How am I in trouble? I don't know.
Honestly, I
I
don't
haven't
think I've
talked to
ever met
I haven't talked to
somebody
Cindy in
who-
15, 20 years. The fuck am I the asshole? Phil, why won't this stay up?
I don't think I've ever talked to anyone who has not liked Shawshank. That's like the most universally loved movie.
I think that's probably why it's number 1 on IMDb.
So I have only ever seen Shawshank one time, and it was really good. But like, it's not my favorite movie ever.
Nope.
What is?
Finding Nemo.
10 Things I Hate About You?
No, Labyrinth.
Ooh, Labyrinth
yeah.
is good.
I
It's a
remember.
great show.
Yeah.
That is an
Labyrinth is my number
underappreciated
one
show.
favorite movie of all time.
Little friend.
Ludo, friend.
How do they rate the ratings? Because I know with like Rotten Tomatoes, you have your crowd rating and then critics rating. Do you know how IMDb did this?
I think it's
Just all based off of.
I think it's people who go to the website and rate it 1 to 10.
It's just like fans rate it. I think the thing about Shawshank isn't that it's necessarily the best movie ever. It really is just a movie, like you said, that everybody loves, which is why it gets rated high.
It has virtually like no flaws.
Why isn't
Yeah,
the
I
first?
think it's one of those things that like no, like you said, like no flaws. Like everybody likes it. It doesn't have anything that's like, oh, like that's too much for me, or it's not anything like that.
Yeah, it's a great redemption movie. Like V for Vendetta and Count of Monte Cristo, they're two of my other favorites, and they're in the same genre.
Then why isn't SpongeBob movie on there?
That's a good question.
Yeah, because the redemption.
So Phil, everyone has said how great it is on
Finding
so
Dory.
many levels, but you say it's not that it's the greatest movie ever.
No,
Like, why?
I think it's one of the greatest movies.
No, you just
but-
started saying it's not that it's one
Well,
of the greatest.
it's like Lord of the Rings. I love Lord of the Rings, but a lot of people, understandably, don't like Lord of the Rings at all. So that's why
That's probably why Lord of
So
the
you're
Rings
saying the
wasn't
only
one.
reason that Shawshank was that good is because it didn't it ran the middle road too much.
Yeah, it's like that
I think-
weird, stupid voting thing that Devin wants to do, where like Abraham Lincoln doesn't get elected, but neither does Donald Trump.
Oh,
Or, like,
popular election?
No, it's like voter.
It's
The more rational?
ranked choice voting, and it's basically
you mean the
a Republican
popular
that's
vote?
Yeah. No,
No, say it again, Beagle.
Phil wants it to be
Ranked
just like the
choice.
church where they shut the door and at the end they're like, surprise, this old white guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I didn't see that coming.
ranked choice voting.
Ranked
Tried
choice
and true
voting.
method.
Where so
And
the
it's
idea is
basically we already do it. They're called runoffs. It's just an instant runoff
I have a question.
that costs less.
I have a question. Beagle, can you give us a movie that's not on this list that should be?
American
on the top 10
Beauty,
list that should be
the one.
Yeah,
Bob Dylan.
just from your own mind.
Elaborate.
Make it-
Brooklyn,
Thanks.
Bill Clinton?
Brooklyn, and
Oh.
Mad Max Fury Road.
Mad Max Fury Road is a dope.
Is that the
movie.
new
Is
one?
that the newest one?
Yeah.
You're going to say that's top?
Is that the Charlize Theron one?
Top
Yeah.
That is the most flawless action movie of all time.
It's Charlize
See,
Theron.
Wow.
the
That's why.
problem I
What
have.
about? Oh, God, I was
The
gonna say, what
problem
about
with
Newsies?
Mad Max is it is an awesome movie, but it's like the whole movie is like these people turned left and then they turned around and went back. The end. It's like-
Phil storyboarded
Fair.
it out.
It was an excuse to have action, but the action was incredible.
yeah, it was great, and the acting all around it was great. But like as far as like a story that compels you, it was just like, yeah, these guys drove around and warred through a whole movie.
Okay, Phil, same
The
question for you. What movie should have been on? I'm asking the people that like the most ridiculous movies.
Wait.
Uh,
Has anyone
whoa.
seen
Seen what?
Brooklyn?
Nope.
I've never even heard of
We
it.
glossed
The
over
Place?
that because it's not cool.
I've been there.
9-9.
Never heard of it.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Totally.
Beagle,
It's
you're
the
so
romance
chic.
movie, but
Oh, yeah,
it's
tell
the
us.
shit.
That was a good
Huh?
story.
You're so chic.
Tell me about it. It's a romance movie with Saoirse Ronan.
Oh, sorry. Threw up a little.
The story is just awesome. It's about an immigrant, and yeah. Anyways, it's awesome. It's
That's
awesome.
cool.
So
Good
here's
story.
my opinion on a movie that should be in that list. Have
Labyrinth.
you guys seen Jojo Rabbit?
Yeah,
That's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good. Yeah.
That was a good
When
one.
I finished Jojo Rabbit, there was a moment where I was like, that is the best movie I have ever seen.
Really? Better
Because-
than Labyrinth?
Yes.
It's good, but
Different.
best of.
Don't
Different.
give her such hard
Because
questions.
because Jojo Rabbit was like, I've never felt such high highs and low lows
Yeah.
in a movie maybe ever than Jojo Rabbit. Just like it was just like overly emotionally sad and happy.
Plus, they
I just
made
loved it.
Hitler look cool.
What about
And
Notebook?
Hitler, your favorite, Trent.
Yeah, it was the whole time I'm like,
That's so racist, Sydney. I can't believe you said that.
Out of nowhere, like,
But I will
they
tell you-
literally made Hitler look cool. Like, why
I'll tell
am I
you
the asshole?
one of my favorite movies is Inglorious Bastards.
Yeah, that's
I
good. That's a
love
good
that
show.
movie.
That's a good one.
Oh, really? You would like that? What, you on the Jewish side? What the fuck, Sydney? Stand up for somebody.
She's sitting down.
So I can tell you two movies I don't want on that list are The Godfather and The Godfather 2.
Wow.
Because I
Have
watched
you
those.
seen The Godfather?
I watched them pretty recently, like maybe 2 years ago, and I was like, I don't get it. What is the hype about these
for
movies?
For their time, they were ridiculous.
Yeah, for their time,
this-
IMDb wasn't in existence.
Yeah, this list isn't the best in their time. It's the best of time.
What movies are on there from the past? Like,
If you
5
redid
years,
the
7
Godfather,
years.
it'd still be amazing.
there isn't a movie on there from the past like 10 years, right?
Yeah, Transformers was 1 through 3.
The most modern movie on that is Lord of the Rings, isn't it?
No, Dark Knight 2008.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably the most recent.
I think Godfather is just one of the most like iconic, like influential movies that was just like everybody's influenced by The Godfather, whether or not you're like, I don't know, just depending on what you're into, like everybody loves The Godfather.
Fight Club was number 11.
I did buy a horse
Ooh,
head pillow.
I thought the Fight Club was way good. Like, it's better than half of the top 10 for sure.
Number 12 was Forrest Gump. 13 is Beagle's other favorite, Inception.
I just watched that this week and Forrest Gump this week.
Then Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, Star Wars. Guess which one?
I know it.
New Empire
52.
Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes
Yep,
Back.
number 5.
Empire. Yep.
The Matrix,
Ooh, that's good.
Goodfellas.
Ooh, I just finished the Matrix movies.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 7 Samurai.
I really don't know. I don't
Seven.
get the appeal of Cuckoo's Nest.
I
Is
think
Samurai the one with Tom Cruise?
No, it's 7
Jack
Samurai, which
Nicholson.
was
Oh, Seven
Samurai is with
Oh,
Tom
Seven
Cruise. This is from 1954.
Last Samurai.
Yeah, that's
is
the
Tom
old
Cruise.
one.
Last Samurai is
Seven
good.
Samurai is pretty similar to
6 Samurai.
that. What's
Jumanji.
the Western?
Good, bad,
where
and the
it's
ugly.
like the 7 cowboys trying to.
The one that Chris Pratt was just in. Yeah.
Yeah, they remade it like 3 times. But
Remade what?
That wasn't very good.
Parks and Rec?
The Pickle?
It was fun.
No, that Chris Pratt Western one. It was all right, but it was like, eh. Who else was in it? A bunch of people. What's his
Jurassic Park's nowhere on there.
Morgan Freeman and
Star Wars Episode
No, it wasn't
6.
Morgan Freeman.
Denzel Washington.
Saving
Yeah.
Private Ryan. Green
What about-
Mile,
what about
which I expect to be in the top
Oh,
15.
God.
What about
Green
Idiocracy?
I
Mile
love
was
Green
one of the
Mile.
best.
What about Idiocracy? Is that on the top 25?
Yeah,
Interstellar was 29.
we were just talking about that.
Wait, but what about 10 Things I Hate About You? Where's
10
that?
Things I Hate About You.
Oh, we don't go into 4 digits on this list.
Yeah, they didn't do top 7,000, so sorry.
Top Heath Ledger movies.
That would do it.
Whiplash is up there too.
Oh, I never saw that.
Whiplash is awesome.
I heard it's
Where's
good.
Jurassic Park, the first one?
It's not on here.
Jurassic Park 1993.
Yeah, that actually isn't.
Number
Which that
one-
is a shame. That should be in
No.
the top 10.
Number 164.
Jurassic
For the
Park should
same
be top
reason-
10? For
For
what?
the same reason Shawshank is number 1. Like Jurassic Park is just universally loved.
But we're talking about like
But-
difference in rating of like number 164 Jurassic Park was a rating of 8.1, which is still incredibly good. I mean, there are a lot of really good movies.
When does Jurassic
but
Park, you
Jurassic
go on
Park
Jurassic, like you're going through your internet or your cable, Jurassic Park's on, you're going to stop and watch it?
Yeah. And why don't they have a
yeah, I'd watch it.
Shawshank Redemption ride at
I'd watch
Disneyland?
it.
So I can tell you one that's missing.
With the kids.
So I can tell you one that's missing on there is my all-time favorite movie. Sydney's hasn't changed since she was 15, and mine hasn't either.
Here we
It
go.
was Contact.
Oh,
It's the best,
Even Jodie Foster hates that movie.
but I love it.
Contact is not in the top 250.
Not in the top 250. That's terrible.
Like it didn't even make the list of 1,000.
Let's see what
What
did
What are
beat
you
it.
on the fucking, like, did they pay you for something? Did you do the sound engineering on that?
No, I love it.
A movie that did beat Contact.
Contact is really good.
Yeah, see,
There-
you
a
want
movie-
to know how bad Contact is? Since the movie came out, we haven't had any meteor strikes on Earth because they stay away from it. They stay away from that piece of crap.
They just got to
Dude,
the end and they're like, you know what?
SpongeBob
Fuck
movie
it. We're
is
done doing
higher
this.
than Contact.
the SpongeBob.
I'm probably.
They just don't know what it is. They forgot about it.
That's why I called that dumb girl's name out the second you said it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jodie Foster.
sorry. Yeah.
Inglorious
Oh, out of
Bastards is
curiosity,
85.
Inglourious Bastards
What is
85.
what is Titanic? Titanic's
Oh.
still like no, not grossing.
That's not
second
a
grossing,
that's
right?
not a movie, that's a documentary.
Titanic was
That's
the
live
highest
action.
grossing film for probably 10 years until I don't know, something
Avatar,
beat it out
right?
10, 15
Yeah,
years later. And then Avatar beat it. And then like a whole bunch of Disney films. And then
I was
just
gonna
like,
say the Marvel movies.
Avengers
Like-
probably beat.
All of it didn't 50 Shades of Grey knock it off the top?
knocked it right off.
No, and the only
Top five for
Avatar
me.
is still number 2
Slapped it.
worldwide.
Slapped it across.
Avengers
Slapped it
Endgame
off.
is the only one that
Oh,
has actually made more money than
Ugh.
Avatar.
So that's interesting. Like, well, I'm curious. So the top 3 grossing movies of all time, where do they rank in this like movie?
They're not up there.
So I would say the last 2 Avengers movies gotta be high up there. I thought those were great.
But they're not up there as far as
Oh,
like
good.
best of all time. Well, also they're most like within the last 5 years,
Yeah.
whatever.
Jeff's so tired of this.
Top grossing movies of all time. Avengers Endgame is the top. Then
was-
Avatar. Then Titanic. Then Star Wars. The
Those
Force
are all-
But
Awakens.
what's their IDMB rating then?
They're all
Is my
gross.
question.
IMDb?
IMDb.
I don't know.
IMDb?
I didn't know if there was a different website down
I-
south or something.
IDMB. I don't know. Whatever
Okay,
list you're getting this from.
Avengers
What are you eating?
Endgame.
Just seaweed?
It's seaweed. It's the greatest thing ever.
Seaweed is good.
Because it's so salty.
In Korea, it's called Kim.
Ooh,
I'm
Kim?
eating-
Trent, you like eating Tim?
You enjoy chewing
Chi.
on Kim, don't you?
I didn't like it.
You forgot the
I
chi.
do love the Kim.
Kimchi is a completely different food, which is also really good with Kim.
Oh, So it-
Avengers Endgame was 76 on IMDb's list.
When was the last time somebody saw a movie and they're like, I gotta go fucking see it in the theater?
the Avengers Endgame.
In the last year,
You-
not me at all.
well, it's
There
been
hasn't
a
been any movies. in the past.
pandemic.
Well,
so.
first off, you're all a piece of shit. Leave the fucking
No,
house.
I'm going to
Stop.
tell you. I'll answer it legit. I drove past the Valley Fair Mall because that's a mall, and it had
Trent's gonna
calm
question
down,
that.
calm down. And I saw Groundhog Day was playing on there, and I was seriously like, I should go see that movie in the theater.
I mean, with that said, I went to the drive-in this time. Who is?
Sorry.
You're Chimkey.
I'm going to call you until you fucking put it on mute, motherfucker. The drive-in all summer was all old movies. It was the best fucking time ever. It was. I saw Ghostbusters there.
that's awesome.
I saw Groundhog Day there. Like 4 other movies. It was amazing. Better than any new movies that have been out in a long time. But prior to 2020, you dick faces, you saw a movie. You're like, I have to see it in the theater.
Well, mine are all kids movies because I don't get to
You
choose
had
anymore.
to see it.
I don't choose anymore.
Twilight Breaking Dawn.
Oh, you are.
That was
so
a
gay.
great time. No, we had a great time there.
Team
Was
Jacob.
so drunk.
I wait.
But wait,
I
I'm
waited
confused by the
in-
question.
I waited in line for all of the Twilight movies.
Yeah, did you see the
Yeah,
midnight
but-
showing?
Did you really?
I did. I waited in line for.
Did you dress up for any of them?
Were you a,
No,
were you a
no,
fan of the
no.
novels, or did you like the actors, or just the movies?
Yeah, Team Jacob or Team Edward?
Eden, I thought.
Huh?
Totally kidding.
Do we want to get into the Twilight conversation? Because I
Edward.
would.
Yeah, we don't.
No.
I just remember that one guy like wanted to have sex so bad that he broke the bed or something,
That was Edward.
or he wanted to eat her. Was that it?
He was
Team
a vampire.
Edward, even though he's
and she
highly
was a human.
problematic, but Team Edward.
So
I'm more caught up on this question by Trent. Like, what movie have I seen that I had to go to the theater to see?
Yeah, like
Would
you-
it not
you-
be in the theater at that time? Like,
No.
what are you
Wait,
talking
no.
about?
No, I'm saying like you see the ads and everything for it, and you're like, because there's movies I see where like the theater is the place to see
Gotcha.
this.
Okay, I'll tell you. One of them was like the 1776. I never went and saw the movie, but the one about the airplane or 19.
Oh, but it was shot in one. It was
1918.
1918.
That was cool though,
1917.
Yeah.
1917.
because it was shot in
Yeah.
one continual thing. I thought
Right.
that was super cool.
To me, that
That
would
was
be
cool.
one to go
Yeah.
see in theaters, but I didn't.
Except that part where it got dark. I guarantee they cut that.
guarantee.
where you couldn't see if it was a new.
I
Yeah,
think
it was
for
pretty
me personally, it's not so much a theater; it's like
did
an
that.
IMAX. Like
Ah,
I'd like to
probably
see. I purposely went and saw The Dark Knight in IMAX.
Yeah.
Fucking Jake.
We saw it together in IMAX.
Oh, that's right, we did. Yeah.
Most, I can't remember how many of us were there, but I was there with you.
Yeah, dark.
I
Yeah,
feel
we were there,
like
Trent.
I want to see any movie that is like epic in the theater. Like any romantic comedy, cartoon, I don't need to see in the theater, but like
Or do people
Any of
not to
the
see you
Marvel
need to see you
movies.
cry in the theater?
Right.
that is also a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't anything that's got like big sound and whatever, like I want to see that in the theater with like the big surround sound and like
Right.
I like Tyler said, like IMAX, like I want to see that, but like anything else, I don't really give a shit to spend $30 for 2 people to go see a movie. Like all
Right.
I care about is the fucking popcorn.
So let me ask you guys a question. Since the pandemic came out or whatever in theaters,
Since it was released.
so have you guys noticed do you guys ever rent flicks on like
Yes.
iTunes
Yes.
or whatever? Have you noticed that the new movies that come out, they make like before it was like you can buy this early for $20 and then you can rent it in like a month for like $6. Since the pandemic, it's like you can rent this for like $20. Sometimes they're $30. Have any of you actually rented
And
a
it'll
movie
be
for
free
that much?
streaming on Disney Plus
You
if
have?
you wait a month.
Yeah.
Which one did you do?
What? Fucking name it.
30
all
Shades
the
of
movies
Grey.
that came out, you paid $30 to rent them?
So we're talking about there's
Amy-
3 of them, but yes.
Yeah, I guess
You
there were
fucking
probably
idiot.
3.
Amy's a huge fan of Mulan, so we watched that opening night.
Oh, you paid it. You paid the money for
Wonder
it.
Woman
Yeah,
was
but
another
Beagle
one.
watches those because he gets laid after.
What's Trent doing? Is he
Heyo.
filming me right now?
It's on your Patreon for $100 a month. You
Oh.
can watch this for free on my InstaFace.
I paid for
Why- I
Mulan.
I don't know why the
Why are
fuck.
you sabotaging
paid for
the
Mulan.
podcast?
Yeah,
And then we watched Wonder Woman. We had HBO Max, so we
Who's
watched Wonder
we?
Woman when it came out.
Who's we?
The family. It was Christmas Day, right?
We didn't watch that.
I have.
We didn't watch
I
that.
have HBO Max. Sorry.
Why? Who
I
the
have
fuck
HBO
is the
Max.
family?
My
Who's the
family
family?
watched
We didn't watch any of that. Who watched that with?
I think he means
Tyler.
actual fan.
whose
watched it with
baby is
Tyler.
that?
Right.
My family.
Yeah, I was upset about Mulan because that was my favorite Disney movie, and they ruined it.
Oh, you didn't like it?
I didn't like it.
No, I didn't.
I liked
what was
some
not
of
to
the
like?
stuff that
I
they
didn't see it.
Huh?
I didn't. I liked some of the stuff that they did. I liked how the enemy, you got to know them a little bit more, and like the motivation.
China didn't like it.
Weird. I thought everything was pro China based on podcast number
Yeah,
5.
You know what wasn't pro China, which I was happy about, was that show I was talking to you about, Away on Netflix.
Dumbo.
You should watch it. Trumbo.
What is Away?
It's like their journey to Mars. It's got Hilary Swank in it, so it's like following the astronauts as they go to Mars, like what they deal
Yeah,
with.
I saw that. It was
yeah.
pretty good.
Was good, huh?
That's a recording?
The most interesting movie that I saw, before the pandemic was A Quiet Place. Did anybody see that movie?
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Well, it was really interesting to watch in the theater because it is so quiet throughout it that we were trying to eat popcorn and we had to be quiet.
I'll tell you.
Otherwise,
That's like the
we're
number.
disturbing everyone else around.
Did you hear every other theater going off? Just like there's bombs going off in a
Right.
movie that someone actually wanted to
I hate
see.
when you can hear the theaters next to
Wait,
you.
this
well,
is
here's
the
the
Quiet
thing.
Place
So
2?
we were-
Is that right?
No,
they're-
it's not
they're-
out
Well,
yet.
Quiet Place 2
Oh.
hasn't come out yet. So the interesting thing about it was just me and my wife. It was we took a trip to New York and we just had an extra night, went to see a movie. And
Way to show
that was
off.
out, and also Truth or Dare, like that stupid horror movie, and the theater
I liked that one.
was like packed for the other movie because we went to a neighborhood that was mostly a bunch of black teenagers went out to see it, and so they were just yelling at the theater the
Careful.
whole time. It was
Careful.
beautiful. Well, it was very entertaining.
Careful.
And we felt like we missed out on the opportunity to be in the theater.
That's what I don't miss about theaters is the audience reactions during the. Shut up, Jeff. During the audience reactions during the movies. Like when I went and saw Avengers Endgame, I literally had to watch it a second time because there's so many people yelling the entire time.
It depends on what theater you go to. If you go to what, they need to make a theater instead of being $12, like $100 because you watch it bomb sound, bomb spot without the fucking assholes. They just pay more to get rid of the douches.
So you guys ready for the next top 10 or should we move on?
No more number
it.
10s.
Do it.
Not
We're
10
cutting out
movies.
like all this.
So last week we talked about how American Fork and Provo, I think, were like in the top 10 safest cities.
Oh yeah.
We have the top most dangerous cities in America. Should we not talk about that?
No, let's
or
talk
should we
about it.
Go forward.
Mexico
Let's
City.
don't go top 50 this time though. Let's narrow it down. Maybe top 5 or 3.
I could do top 5.
Jeff,
Thank you.
Mexico City is not in America.
That's correct.
It is actually in America.
No, it's not.
North
America.
Central America, I'm pretty sure.
Not the United States of America.
Yeah,
It's
but if
not
you're in
Central
South
America.
America,
It's
it is
not?
north of you.
No,
so
North
it's North
America is only 3 countries. Mexico, United States, and Canada.
Boulter,
That's
shut
it.
the fuck up.
I thought Mexico was
He goes
Central
by-
America.
Yeah, so
Goes
did
by
I.
Google.
Trent, you like it when
And
I
Mexico's
when
central.
talk dirty
I know,
to you.
but that's my
Tell you.
problem.
If you would have said Americas, then you would have been right.
No,
I thought Mexico was Central America.
United States is the only America that matters.
Not a
There we go.
continent.
whoa.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I said it.
Oh.
What about
Let's move
America?
on.
I apologize
Let's
to
move
all of
on.
our northern and southern Patreon
So I'm going to
contributors.
adjust. We have Romania and Germany. We have listeners there, and
No,
they probably agree with me.
No, that was the Trump voters, I think.
Yeah, they
They're
were
still
high
listening.
Jake.
counts.
Top 5?
3.
Yep, you're right.
The
Has this been up
five-
the whole time?
Yeah, I
So where's Central America? What is there? Fucking Panama Canal?
Did they not-
Literally just the canal?
Did they change
what the
it?
fuck
I
is
guess
Central
that-
America?
I guess there isn't
There's
a
no
Central
such
America.
thing as Central America. It's
Well,
just
there's not a
racist.
continent called Central
Not
America.
a continent. Yeah.
It's just
Who says
racist.
It's-
continent?
It's just
Who
racist.
says
said-
continent?
Play the fucking transcript back. Crystal! Play the fucking transcript.
Is Crystal our producer in real time? Crystal, rewind it.
Mexico isn't part of Central America.
She is doing. Can we open a fucking window in this goddamn sweatbox?
Is it hot for you?
Why are you? Is it hot in this
Trent
fucking
is
teepee?
hot.
What the?
Tyler.
Open the goddamn window.
Wow. Okay.
Whoa.
Central America, really?
Unnecessary.
It's not.
Did you just say
unnecessary.
teepee?
He's at toilet paper.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, careful. No,
He-
she did.
Okay,
No, he's
guys,
muting it.
guys.
He's-
We're going to do the top 5 most dangerous cities
Okay.
in the United States of America.
Okay, got it.
Number 5, Springfield, Missouri. And these are based on
Interesting.
little bit of a preamble here. The FBI's Uniform Crime Reporting Program classifies murder, non-negligent manslaughter, rape, robbery, and aggravated assault as violent crimes.
So this list wasn't on IMDb.
Is this
This is
outside
not
of St.
IMDb's
Louis?
list or Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
I don't even know where Springfield, Missouri.
Springfield, Missouri,
Missouri.
is in Missouri, and it's based on violent actions per 100,000 residents. And Springfield, Missouri has 1,519 per 100,000 people.
Isn't Missouri the one that had like a lot of riots this last time? Was that in Spring? I
That
honestly don't know.
was
That's
Minnesota.
Ferguson.
Ferguson.
Is that close? Is like adjacent to Springfield?
I
Like
think Ferguson is in Missouri. Yes.
Mhm.
I don't
The-
know where. Look, I don't know where they are.
well, it
relative
just
to
sounds like a
Springfield,
weird
but-
place to be super, like one of the highest places.
Right. Springfield, the Simpsons live there.
It
You'd
is
think it'd be
Ferguson.
Well, I don't
peaceful.
believe it was in Missouri though.
It's in Missouri.
It is
I don't
Missouri.
know. I'm pretty sure that they've deliberately not said what state it is.
Well, Shelbyville is the neighboring town, and there's a Shelbyville next to
so
Springfield,
we're playing
Missouri.
a jump to conclusions game.
Exactly.
Oh.
Where does Shelbyville rank on the most violent cities?
It's the safest because the Simpsons aren't there.
Okay.
Wait, did we do one of them yet?
Yeah,
Yeah, can we
Springfield.
pull-
Springfield.
Yeah, can we pull the
Springfield,
map
Missouri.
instead of the description of it?
The map
I
of
can
Ferguson?
hear Springfield.
What's the next one while these guys are arguing?
Yeah, number 4 is Baltimore, Maryland.
Yep.
That
I've
makes
been
sense.
there.
No one likes to be
They
in
have
Baltimore.
1,859 violent actions per 100,000. I used to live there. My two oldest born children were born there.
That's Phil.
St. Louis.
Phil, stop! I can see the moon. Go back in. I just said St. Louis adjacent. That's St. Louis is not supposed to be a great town.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been, but
So wait, you did one that's something.
Springfield, Missouri was number 5.
Oh, okay. Now
Most
what's
dangerous.
next?
Baltimore, Maryland is number 4.
Oh, that's a given.
Why?
Baltimore's terrible.
Baltimore, Maryland in 2019, 2020 was when they did this thing. 2019 had like 389 murders in Baltimore. All the other top 10 had like 50, 75. I think 120 was like
Wow.
the next highest.
do you still have that house there?
I still own a house in Baltimore County,
Yeah,
not Baltimore
I
City.
visited
His
Jake.
rents are up here soon, so anyone wants a place to stay, just
We're
American Fork.
Oh,
actually
yeah,
under
and-
contract to sell it right now.
And
so-
Baltimore's
Oh.
great, people. So
No, it's
if
Yeah,
you
it's a
wanna
great
buy his
spot to
house-
buy.
The harbor.
Oh yeah, the harbor.
Yeah,
The harbor's
super
actually
cool
pretty
to
cool.
buy.
Inner Harbor is amazing, and Pikesville, where my house is actually really, really nice.
Yeah, when I visited Jake in Baltimore, I was totally like, "This is the worst place in America."
Thanks for
By
inviting
far.
me.
No, you said this is the 4th worst place in America. In North America.
What's the third worst place?
Linden,
Jake?
Utah was on like number 1 to him though. That's the problem.
Next one, also Missouri.
Oh,
St.
Jesus.
Louis. Number
St.
2.
Louis.
What did you say?
Number 2, St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh,
I do not want to live there.
And number one is
Number one,
da-da-da-da-da-da.
Chicago. Roll. We can probably all guess Jeff's wrong. It is in the top 50, though.
Mexico City.
No. Think about it.
New Mexico.
Provo.
L.A.
No.
Las Vegas.
It's pretty much like a ghost town. Right
Oh,
now.
Detroit.
Detroit.
High five from across the table.
I just watched it. I just watched a document. I listened to a podcast.
Did you watch something while you were listening?
That took a like.
I watched a buck,
and they were saying like you can't even buy real estate in Detroit like with credit. You have to go in there and buy it, but you can buy like this house would be $5,000.
Right.
But they won't give you a loan for $5,000 on this house in Detroit. So they're saying
you have to pay cash pretty much.
Yeah, so people that even live like in the cities, like, hey, I want to do this, I want to build it back up. They still can't do it, and no one else is doing it either.
That's crazy. So my brother-in-law lived in Detroit not long ago, like a couple years ago, and his job, when he first showed up, he had no job, but his first job he got when he was there, no joke, there was a general contractor there. Their entire contract was boarding up buildings. He would leave every morning with a whole pallet full of OSB, of plywood, and they would just go to these buildings and board them up. That's their whole job.
What happened? Did the car companies quit Detroit?
Yeah. The end.
That is all.
Because they shipped it all to Mexico and China and
yeah,
stuff like
basically, it's just been a terribly run city for so long that they effed everything up.
that. Oh, those idiots.
Careful.
I believe we call them Democrats, but
Why is the iPad so quiet?
I said Democrats, and Sydney almost burnt her house down.
Is someone muted over there?
You see what she's doing to you right now?
Right. I'm super happy she doesn't live next door.
Yeah, are you guys muted?
They probably all have.
We haven't heard
the
anything
mute
from
on.
the.
Oh.
Yes.
Welcome.
That's all I got is just my O face.
All right, Jake. What else you got?
So that was top 5 of the top 10. I also had another top 10 list, top 10 podcast, but we'll not do that because
let's do it.
Is American Fork number 2?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now let's move on.
Good. As long as it's 2.
Where was I here? So,
Jake, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
You stopped going to church. Does your wife divorce you?
If I stopped going to church, would my wife divorce me?
This is more of a Mike leaning question. Because I honestly feel bad for like the Mike scenario.
Situations where there's mixed faith?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Because like you take away your wife's eternal life.
Wait, is Mike's wife still
Yes.
in?
Yes.
Okay, so Mike's wife is still in. Mike's like, eh.
Mike's like, eh.
Mike realized he had to get out of bed to go to church, and he's like,
right. Could we do this on my couch?
Something else out
while I did my laundry.
He thought about going back when they started doing Zoom.
Not during the pandemic.
He's like, I have to put on pants.
The answer is
nah.
no. She would not.
Can we try it?
Can we try?
I just want to
it?
do a 1 month trial where you say, you know what, I don't believe it.
I'm out.
Experiment.
Yeah.
Well, she listens to the podcast, so
right.
I think she would.
Jeff, same question.
I'll edit that out.
Email us, Stacy at info.
Not same question to you. You stopped going. You stopped going to the church of L.A.
No.
Your wife leave you?
Nope.
Can we call her?
Sure.
Oh, Phil, why? I didn't cut that part. Phil?
No, she wouldn't leave me.
But she would
be sad
and
cry.
Call the missionaries.
Ding ding ding! You got it.
Boulter, you stopped going to church.
Oh, it was pandemic. We didn't go once during the pandemic.
No, that's not the same thing. You stopped praying with your wife.
You went on YouTube.
Yeah. I don't know. I assume. We would just discuss everything together. So she would have convinced me, or I would convince her one way or the other of what we were doing. So no matter what would happen, we'd do it together. Smart
answer. She does as the man says. Sydney, you start going to church. Does your husband leave you?
Partner.
You're right. I'm sorry. Does your married partner,
the partner
that's not
that she lives
married,
with,
that you live with,
the man she lives with,
does the guy that shares the rent with you?
I don't know, because I don't know, because that's never been a part of his life besides where he lives. So
Do you leave him if he starts going to church?
I don't leave him, but it would be hard for sure.
My favorite thing about this question is Trent has zero concept of like long-term relationships.
Trent, wait, I got a good one. Trent, you get married to a woman, and she says, "I'm not really into sex anymore."
No.
Hold on. Can I go to other sex shops? Because that's like, I don't believe in your church, but can I go to other churches?
She says, it would really hurt me if you slept around. I'm really sorry. I don't want to have sex, but I want to stay together.
How bad would it hurt her though? Like really hurt or like really, really?
Really, really.
I see. I look at this in the opposite way and say, there's an echo in this thing now, by the way.
Is there?
Yeah.
I don't hear it.
But if you...
I think it's because you're nervous.
No.
Wait, are those pickled eggs?
Yes.
Yeah. I recycled the pickle juice that Mike brought us a couple podcasts ago.
This is the same juice?
Yeah. They're spicy.
Yeah, they got jalapenos in it.
They're only like 40% of what the other ones are.
My mom makes insane pickled eggs.
Really? We're going to buy some.
So good.
So
good.
You heard last week's episode is when we ate these for the first time. And
oh, wait, I didn't hear that part.
Oh, spoiler alert, we ate pickled eggs.
I want you to drink some juice.
I will. I'll drink some for sure. Tyler, you want some?
I don't know who.
Let me just say that
Tyler
I
left.
have an entire quarter of my fridge dedicated to pickled items.
Wow.
Nice. 1/4. That's 25%.
There are so many pickled items in my fridge.
They're pretty good. I just realized because I just had them for the first time.
So back to the religion thing. I personally would not have married somebody who was so strong of faith that they would have had a problem with me not having a strong faith.
Very well put.
I would not have chosen that because I don't want to raise children in a faith because I don't believe in that. I don't have a problem with anyone else having that faith, but I don't believe in that, and I don't think that I would have been able to marry somebody who has a strong enough faith that they would have had a problem with me not sharing their faith.
Yeah, what a mixed faith family relationship would, I imagine, is pretty hard.
Wait, do you have a partner or are you married?
If I married, she said.
There's paperwork signed, yes.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Do you have a date?
They're together. They live together. They have a child together.
Oh, not like paperwork like we're going to get married.
Right. It's a
he's your partner, as you mentioned.
We signed paperwork 5 years ago that bound us together legally.
And you prefer to be called partners, is what you're saying?
No, he's my husband. I'm just.
Oh. You're just messing with Trent.
I was like, what does that even mean then?
So we're like dancing around this whole thing here.
We are not. She's like, I don't know this.
Wait, we didn't ask Beagle yet.
Oh yeah, Beagle. What's up? What happens if Amy was like, I want to go back to church, and if you don't do it and agree with it, then we're divorced?
No, not. She wouldn't say we're divorced. What would he do if she was like, I'm all about church now?
Yeah, it just depends on how far she takes it.
She takes it all the way.
All the way.
To the temple.
Way, baby.
No, if she becomes a cult member, then I don't want to live with a cult member. No.
Goes to church every week.
We didn't say cult. We said go to church.
Right.
So, she's in like Jonestown, straight up murders people, but she still loves you. And she wants to be together and raise your children together.
She still loves you.
Same thing.
No, if you take anyone who goes for religion to cult level, then it's hard to be friends.
See, Beagle, I would argue that you're the most religious person in our group.
He has the most knowledge about the most diverse knowledge.
He talks about. Oh, I was like, what is that? He argues more about religion than anybody else. Like the only topic, well, not only the biggest topic that he has is religion.
Twitter.
Utah Jazz.
And Twitter.
Wait.
Yeah, and Twatter.
He's religious about Twitter.
I actually, I definitely used to. I really don't care about religion anymore.
So until 1 hour ago when we started this podcast.
No, I haven't cared about religion in like, I don't know, like 3 years.
7 months.
We ready to move on?
Now Beagle likes the jazz.
Sorry,
But
I
love
derailed
the jazz.
you.
I want to bring up the whole Russell M. Nelson getting the vaccine and get your guys' take on that.
yeah.
I don't know if
Did he get the vaccine?
Yeah, he did.
what.
Well, he's
He
a
did.
senior.
Yes.
Why
He's a
would that be?
senior,
Why
right?
would that even be like a top?
For
Because conservatives don't want to get vaccinated.
That's not true.
what?
That I wouldn't call it a conservative thing
That's-
per se. I think it's more like people who are like conspiracy theory leaning, which is
It's
not.
like 50% of Republicans that are polled that are not going to get
Yeah,
the vaccine.
polls are garbage. Have you not ever figured this out?
That's 50% though.
That's the only way to gauge it. Other than that, it's just anecdotes.
So
Yeah.
it's a good topic, good question. For me personally, I don't have any
'cause
problem with it.
We had this discussion
But what-
on I think the first podcast, and I believe, not positive, but I believe both Jake, Phil, I want to say even Jeff, said that you guys were not going to get the vaccine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I said that
We're
I would
not.
not get the
I'm
vaccine.
not.
Correct. So
But doesn't
Russell
have anything to do
Wilson,
with
But-
me.
you guys are also the conservatives in the group.
But time
Yeah.
out.
so
But
the
time out.
polling trends
Right.
that way.
Right. So it trends.
So Russell M. Nelson gets the vaccine.
He's
Does that
he's liberal.
do it?
He's liberal. Case closed.
Or so I don't have any
Right?
problem with it. He's an older individual
Yeah, what's his age?
who is like high risk. He's over 90.
But he also has the best health care you
So
could
wait,
ask for
I
anywhere.
think the concern here is Russell M. Nelson, the prophet of the LDS Church, said, "I got the vaccine. Everyone should get it. Vaccines are great." And there are members in the LDS Church who are anti-vax,
Yeah.
who like had a hard time with that. I guess that's what
Correct.
you're asking, right?
Well, so I'm asking you personally, does that change your opinion of the vaccine? One. Two, what do you think about him coming out, especially with your wife being an anti-vax? They came out in the same article and said, we are and have been since the 1970s very pro-vaccine.
Here's the thing. We actually would prefer not anti-vax, but pro not vax. That's the term that we need to go by.
But yeah,
Every
that's
episode.
like I'm pro-vaccine, so it wasn't a big deal. And for
Are your kids vaccinated?
So on
somewhat.
the first podcast, did you say that you were not going to get the vaccine?
Oh yeah, all of us said we weren't going to get the COVID vaccine. Is that what you're? So that's a
You
bit
realize
I
different.
said
Yeah.
I was going to get it.
That's a bit different than all vaccines.
Right.
Well,
So-
no, but we're talking specifically Russell M. Nelson gets the COVID vaccine. You said you were not going to get it. Pointed question, are you going to get it now?
No.
Oh no, definitely not. I mean,
Okay.
You're not getting it?
I probably won't.
I'm
Why?
not getting it because I'm not high risk.
I'm
But
not
the vaccine
And I
is
un-
not for people
I
who are
underst-
high risk. It's about getting to
herd immunity,
immunity.
right? Which
So you're just waiting for everybody else, and then you're going to be fine.
pretty much, yeah. Well, I'm gonna wait and see if everyone else dies, and if they don't, then I'll probably get
That's
it.
not herd immunity. That's entirely different. That's like
Herd death.
Okay,
As,
so
as of today,
no,
as of
Phil.
today, yeah.
Jake, you're a no?
I am a no to me having a problem with him
You're a
getting
no
it.
to get the vaccine.
No, I won't get the vaccine.
Okay, here's another follow-up question.
Shoot.
Did you guys
Here's the gotcha.
fast
Did we what?
did you guys do the fast when they came out and did the fast?
For all humanity to not die?
I asked the entire world of Mormons and everyone who wanted to participate to
Yes.
fast for a cure for
Yes.
I think I did the first
Just
one, and,
fast
and they
for
weren't
a
fast.
cure.
They weren't fasting
this.
for
They
a
delivered
cure.
a cure. Your prophet took the cure, but you are not going to get the cure.
A vaccine is not a cure.
And
by
they
the
weren't
way.
fasting for a cure. They were fasting for like
And,
blessing.
and a
you
vaccine
were-
is not
you
a
were
cure.
Fasting for health and a cure for the pandemic. Yes.
Gotcha.
No,
You know he's right. Gotcha.
I don't.
That's a gotcha question. Gotcha.
Jake's looking that one up because he doesn't believe you.
Yeah.
what is
Jake, what
what
if
is
it's
being
the,
hungry
temple
going to do
recommend question?
does being hungry stop COVID?
Yeah.
The only time I've skipped
I thought fasting was to, like, one, show fat sacrifice, whatever, but two, you were going to, like, give away that money to help less fortunate people. So did you do anything else?
So that's part of it. Yeah. So a fast offering. So in the LDS church, you go without 2 meals typically and fast. And then the money you would have spent on those meals, you donate, and the church uses to help people.
Allegedly.
But it's also set up as a way to help with the prayers.
Factually.
Huh?
We want to see the
Well,
proof.
fasting is also set up as a way to
There's plenty
supposedly make your when you're praying, make your prayers stronger and more, like you're more focused on your
you
prayer.
dedicate to the cause of the fast.
And that was the idea behind this worldwide fasting. I think it was like a show of unity. Let's show God we really don't want to die from COVID, and He will.
He wasn't sure before you got super hungry. Before you were super, super hungry, he was like, I don't think these assholes actually want it.
I haven't skipped a meal
You
in
skipped
20
2
years.
meals, which you could clearly skip 2 plus 2 to the 40th power. And all of a sudden, he's like, you know what? Actually, they want it.
Yeah, I didn't skip enough meals.
Jake and
Trent.
Phil, no, I agree with Beagle to a degree.
I don't get the point. Your leader is saying he asked you to fast for a cure. There was a cure that he took, and he is saying is the cure.
Vaccine's not a cure.
You guys are like, no.
So wait, I'm not telling anyone not to take the vaccine. People should take the vaccine.
I'm not talking about other people.
No.
So you're saying I have to take it?
No.
No, Phil's saying take it so that he doesn't have
Phil,
to.
Take it. Phil, take the vaccine.
Yeah.
Phil, take the vaccine.
Okay, give it to me.
Okay, so wait.
What does it take for you to take it, Phil?
Wait.
The vaccine?
Phil, Jake, and Jeff, the people who say that they will not take the vaccine, what is your reason? I'm purely asking, what is your reason? Jake, you already said you're not high risk, so that's why.
That's not the only reason. I think it's kind of obviously we were in a hurry to get a vaccine. I'm not like an anti-vaxxer.
Did you vaccinate your kids?
My kids have received several vaccinations, yes.
Are they up to par?
Yes.
Trent, let him speak. I want to hear
Shut
the answer.
Fuck up, Sydney.
Par is ridiculous.
I know that we now officially have, I think, 3 vaccines. Johnson & Johnson just came out with a new one.
That has been approved. Yep.
It's like 70-something% efficacy or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the idea of putting mRNA into our bodies. It's essentially man-made, modified RNA into your bodies. So I think that being I think that's the Pfizer one. I'm against that.
All of them are that.
Okay.
Do all of them have mRNA?
I'm not
mRNA
sure
is not
about
good
the
for your
Johnson
body.
& Johnson
So
one.
That's the whole reason why.
First two, yes.
That's the whole reason why it got done so fast was because they went the RNA route.
See, I don't care about any of that. For me, it's just I don't need it. People who need it are going to get it. And it's a brand new thing that I'm not like jumping into the rat cage to get tested on.
But you're totally fine some 16-year-old blessing water that turns into blood. Now you're going to take it to wash away your sins.
Well, no, it sounds
Sacrament doesn't wash away our sins.
But eventually.
I what?
It sounds like you will get it, but just eventually. You're not in a hurry.
So I don't get the flu vaccine on any regular basis, and I consider this to be about like that. So yeah, I mean, if it was something where like there was like for example, my grandmother, who is the only person I was worried about during this whole thing, she's got the vaccine now, and so I'm like, I'm not worried about anything anymore. So. Right. I don't have any like thing against vaccines. I've been vaccinated I went to the Philippines on a mission, so I got every vaccine imaginable. And I turned out great. So
Phil, can you or Boulter say something to my brother in Cebuano?
In Cebuano?
Yeah. My brother Jared, he wanted to shout out.
Cebuano kasi I don't know, I didn't speak a lot of Cebuano.
Dili good.
Or Tagalog.
You have to say dili instead of hindi.
I knew that.
Yeah, see?
That so makes sense.
Did your brother go to the Philippines or something?
Served in the same mission
as them. He went to our
them.
mission, yeah.
Bacolod mission.
I didn't know that.
Anyway, I derailed you.
Yeah.
Philippines,
Anyway,
you got up the yin yang.
got lots of vaccines. I'm cool with vaccines. One of you guys
No
were making
lightning
the
strikes,
argument a
please.
while back that like Mormons always follow the prophet, and I was making the argument that that's actually not true. Every Mormon picks and chooses what of the prophet they follow, and
that's
it's
not
a
a
perfect
Mormon thing. That's in every
Sure.
religion or everything.
Sure, but everybody,
Yes.
like it doesn't matter who they are or how devout they are or profess to be, has something that they just don't want to do. And this is a great example of that, of tons of people that just flat up were like, nope, not doing that.
But that's the same thing where like a lot of Utah people say that Mormons have to vote Republican. Which isn't like a spoken thing. It's like an assumed thing. It's probably pretty similar.
But at the same
it's
time,
not
like
spoken. It's suggested.
Yes, if you vote for Beagle, you're a pro baby killing monster.
I don't agree with that.
I would actually say
I love killing babies.
I couldn't agree with you more, actually. But
so I would actually say the opposite. This last election, like especially right before Trump got elected, the church actually sent out an email, which they never do before elections, and we're like, we're just hoping that everyone gets out and votes for a candidate who is like trustworthy and has integrity and like pretty much all this stuff that Trump wasn't. Like I thought it was pretty funny. They were pretty much like, just in case you were wondering, we're not for this.
Who
Trump
said this?
guy.
Someone who has no hair.
The
someone
LDS
who
church. Like
is not
it was sent
orange.
over the pulpit. Yeah, it was basically sent out for all the bishops to say over the pulpit.
Oh yeah,
everybody go vote. But we want somebody who's a good person, basically.
Yeah, it's
essentially this was during the whole like he's a
voted like 65%.
So 4 years later, they're like, listen, we realize we're a dick.
Yeah.
Wait. You think that 65% of Utah voted for Trump in that election?
65% of the people who voted. Yeah, it was something like that.
Well,
nope.
Yeah, I think
they didn't. Not even half of the state of Utah in 2016 voted for Trump. It was the only state that Trump won, but without getting the majority of the vote.
Oh, I thought he did get 65%.
I know Hillary.
No,
got
because he
30
lost Salt Lake County, but he won a lot of the other counties, which aren't the most populous.
Yeah,
Am I correct?
Evan McMullen stole.
Evan McMullen won like
talking about
most of the
2020.
votes here.
We call him Jesus
2020?
Christ. Stop.
No, this was in 2016.
Right, yeah. Evan McMullen definitely took a lot of... Are you guys talking about leading up to the 2016 election?
Wait, wasn't
Yes.
Jake? Weren't you way into Evan McMullen?
I voted for McMullen. Yeah.
Oh, who? Anyone else vote for McMullen?
No.
Nope.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Do you regret that? No, I don't mean it like that because I know that Jake doesn't like McMullen anymore.
No,
you're out now.
Well, I didn't say don't like him, but if he ran again, I probably wouldn't vote for him.
Would you vote for him, Trump, or Biden? Gun to the head.
And Hillary.
Biden.
Trump. I did vote for Trump the second time around.
Uh-huh.
I know, right?
Sorry, Sydney threw up a little.
I heard it.
Right. Sydney wants her college paid for.
I voted for Mitt Romney every single election. Wrote his name in every time.
Right.
until we get a Mormon, that's who I'm voting for.
We love you, Mitt Romney.
So you clearly liked Biden more than McMullen.
Whom?
So did something change there, or do you just like Biden?
Me?
I'm talking to Boulter.
Oh.
Yeah, I voted for Biden because I despise Trump.
Yeah, it's a not Trump vote.
And I knew that Utah was going to go for Trump anyway, so I want Utah to be a bit more even. So if I don't vote for Biden, at minimum, I wanted Utah to be a bit more democratic.
You voted for equality?
The Trent gave, where it's Trump, McMullen, and Biden, you said Biden still.
Oh, in that situation? I don't know. I just said I have to look at their policies again. But I liked McMullen because I really like politicians to have some military background. And we haven't had that
in a long time. I think the president should have some military something. Yeah.
So I think Herbert Walker Bush was the last one that had any military background.
So Jake, just out of curiosity, because you said you voted for Trump in this election.
Here we go.
Sydney's third beer is kicking in.
No.
Why does Satan inspire you so much?
How many of your children have you crucified out back?
No, purely because I don't truly talk to very many people who voted for Trump. Why did you vote for Trump over Biden? What's the
don't overload him with questions. That's a hard one.
What's the deciding factor?
Probably the number one. Well, three reasons I voted for Trump.
Okay.
And did not vote for Biden.
Okay.
One is he's not a career politician. The other one,
and you like that he's not a career politician.
Fucking love that too.
Yeah,
I shouldn't be a career.
Well, I just to put a pin on that.
Boulter, do it. Boulter, do it.
Jake's list.
Boulter, do it.
No, wait. No. Hold on. I asked Jake a question. No.
We got two
I
Beagles
asked
on the
Jake
phone.
a question.
That was number one. Number two, I think that he did a lot of great things for the country in the last 4 years. And number three is
wait, like
hold
what?
on. Nope. You can't.
Well, let's get through
you
all
can't
three.
keep going.
Go back
You asked him a question.
Okay.
Number three was he's been the most
handsome,
probably the most prolific pro anti human trafficking of any president. So he's been the most friendly to the anti-human trafficking.
After he stopped hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein, he's been super anti these young girls.
That's some QAnon stuff right there, isn't it?
Jeffrey Epstein wasn't a human trafficker. He wasn't.
Oh yeah, those girls wanted it.
He was
my bad.
Oh my! You did not.
No, he was not a human trafficker. He was a rapist.
So
those are different.
I was confused about that too because I watched that documentary, and I just guess I don't understand what human trafficking is because I thought it was like, come here, slave. I'm going to ship you around the country.
No.
But these were
underage
prostitutes.
Underage women
who
he hired.
It's when your product is when you're a drug dealer, you deal drugs.
So all pimps are human traffickers. Is that a fair? Right.
Yes. Your product is humans.
Yeah.
And humans are far more valuable than money.
Why don't we just call it slavery?
Yes.
It's the same thing, yeah.
It's a little closer to, because it can be indentured servitude as well. Because a lot of people sign up to be trafficked, from poor countries to come here.
Yeah, that's why Syd's not married. That's why she has a partner.
Right. Or they'll get you addicted to a drug, and then they got that right. But to get back to the first thing that you said, he's not a career politician. He spends money like nobody's business lobbying government. How is that not
any businessman does that? Any businessman does that.
What is the difference between that and a career politician?
And he did say that. So a big difference is he's
doing the same thing that career politicians
do. No, he's not. Politicians don't lobby. Politicians are the people who are in the executive and legislative positions to make decisions that affect us as a society.
Correct.
But then
people,
Jake, I have a question.
Are getting money from to
Boulter, your turn.
Enact those policies.
Okay.
I'm hosting, by the way.
I'm jealous of Jake right now. And just for the record, everyone knows I voted for Trump twice. One time I won, and one time we lost.
We lost.
Yeah, and I think Phil voted for him twice too. I only voted for him.
I did vote for him twice.
Yep.
Go ahead, Bolt.
So your description of a career politician is someone who knows what they're doing?
No, it's someone that makes a career out of being a politician.
Boulter, this is on the YouTube channel. Why are you wearing that shirt?
We have a YouTube channel?
Huh? Wait, can this?
Sorry, I'm just creating more editing for Phil.
Yes, it can. If you
what is
wore
it? What are you drinking?
Something from France.
Yellowtail.
Oh, it tastes like puke.
From France.
No,
oh, it's got to be fancy.
Mm-mm. No, it's French.
Is it white or
Why
red?
are you taking it out of the bottle and putting it into a different glass then? Just pull it like a man right off the top.
Is it white or red?
It's both. It's rosé.
Rosé.
It's rosé.
My favorite's Rose B.
Is that what happens?
Because I'm a girl.
She's classy.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
No, I'm a girl. I drink rosé because I'm a girl.
Because you're
what?
I'll tell you the wine that looks the most appetizing, and I've never had alcohol before, but the most appetizing is white Zinfandel.
Is that because you saw me drinking and I'm attractive?
It tastes like dessert.
I don't know. Does it?
Oh,
Is that the
It's a
really
headache in a glass.
Is that the real pink?
It's a
like
headache
really
in a-
light
no.
colored?
Rosé
buddies,
is the
if
headache.
you want to get into wine, I could do an entire podcast about wine because it's my thing.
That
but
starts at midnight.
So
you gotta
what?
wait.
So what is
Yeah,
wine?
Just coming up quick.
What is
Grape.
wine?
Yeah, what is it?
It's just sour grapes.
It's basically like raisins,
Wine-
different.
wine is
aged grape
fermented.
juice?
Wine is fermented aged grapes. Yeah.
So my mom,
Drinks wine.
no, my parents put me in charge of drinks for a family party.
When?
And
Oh,
shut the fuck up,
When
Jeff.
you're 12?
And I told, and so I told my mom, I'm gonna bring anything they drank in the Bible.
Oh God!
And
Here
she
we
said,
go.
great, because in the Bible that was non-alcoholic wine.
That's what she
Nope,
said.
it wasn't.
That's
And
not
my
true.
mom's a fucking saint, so like
She
it's
is.
entirely
She
different.
is.
Pretty sure.
Bless
that-
Mama.
I've heard that argument many times. I'm pretty sure Phil told me that too.
You're grounded for even suggesting that, Trent.
Suggesting that what?
That your mom did something wrong.
No,
Your mom
I think
is a
that my mom
saint.
really thinks that.
I think a lot of people do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. No, religion makes you believe in lies. I believe is what we're talking about.
Yeah, but even recent like Joseph Smith and those people, they drink straight up wine.
What?
For sacrament?
And married
Straight up.
14-year-olds? What?
Straight up.
What?
When did
Trent,
they
she
change
was
the
almost 15.
Yeah.
Her birthday was in 11 months. Stop.
It was 3 months.
So Beagle asked when that got changed. It's actually in the Doctrine and Covenants. Joseph Smith, because he went out to get wine and couldn't get any, and then he supposedly prayed about it and got a revelation about it. Doesn't matter whether it's water or wine or whatever. It just matters how you bless
So
it.
basically, he had like a bad Friday night and then wanted to ruin it.
We've all been there. You wake up the next morning, you're like, I'm never drinking again, and
Like
neither
I'm
should my
having
friends.
right now.
Neither should my friend.
Listen, guys.
I gotta drink more water.
While I was sitting over this bush in the fucking pasture, I thought we shouldn't drink again because that hurt a lot.
All right, Jake.
Can I host? Can I host now, guys?
Jake, you are the host.
Jake, are you in
Yeah,
charge?
I'm in charge.
Okay,
Free microphone.
Keep going.
Let's go.
So we're past all of the things we've talked about thus far. Anyone have anything else they want to plug from that?
One time when I was 10, I saw a bottle of wine. And then I went straight to the bishop after.
You looked at it on accident.
Yeah.
That was a good story. You should tell it at
You
parties.
guys, because
Cool
Mike
story.
tasted alcohol when he was still Mormon. I'm sure you guys have asked this question before, but Phil, have you ever tasted wine, Jake? Or
No.
any alcohol?
I've never had alcohol. I did. Let me rephrase that. I had
Oh, yes.
alcohol on accident once. Let me tell you the story.
He was
I
at
went.
Trent's
You have to
house.
say his full name.
I went to I don't know Watashi Samika. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. I
don't
thought
know.
this was a Trevin story.
No, we were in New York
Ooh.
visiting my in-laws' family, and we went to with like a teppanyaki. What's that? Where they cook the Japanese food in front of you? Hibachi style restaurant.
Hibachi-san.
Habachi.
And the guy, the chef cooking in front of us, he grabbed a little like a squeeze bottle of liquid. And he pointed at my kids and said, "Saki, open your mouth." And they opened their mouth and sprayed water in their mouths, and it was funny. And then he turned to my wife and
My
me,
wife.
and he's like, "Saki," and he sprayed in our mouths, and we're like, "What is that? That's disgusting." And it was actual sake. So that
But
was
your
my
wife
first
has
and
had
only.
real sake
And you
before.
swallowed it.
That was the sake that we have had. Yes.
No, but
that-
your wife has had sake prior to that.
And that was the greatest
she?
night ever.
I'm accusing, sorry.
No, she also has never had alcohol. Is that
She has it?
no?
Did you?
So that was our first
did you
and only
go and
experience
repent?
taking. No, of course
No. Why would
not.
Did you?
You're
Mike
stupid,
Pence?
Beagle.
What?
Alcohol,
It was
Jake,
funny, and that
you
was
knew
it.
That it was alcohol.
No.
I didn't know it was alcohol.
Afterwards, you knew.
After I
Before-
drank it, and yes, I knew it was alcohol.
Beagle, after you knew you had sex, you still said you were a virgin for 20 fucking years. Shut up.
Beagle, why don't
I'm
you?
still a virgin. I don't know what you're talking about.
But
Hey-
Jake,
Yeah,
did you swallow?
Oh shit!
yeah, I did. I did.
And he licked it off of the table.
And he grabbed the bottle on the way out.
Yeah, he's like, will you Stevie Nicks this for
Wait
me?
a sec, Jake. You know we're talking about the sake.
It was
right?
literally like it was. Oh, that's what we're talking about.
Did you swallow the sake?
Oh Oh, also the sake.
was-
Sorry, guys. I thought we were talking about my mission.
It was literally like a half of a sacrament cup's worth of liquid.
Super cloudy, super salty.
So if I would
Yeah,
have,
but did you swallow?
I didn't.
You know what's
Once
so
again, I did
you
swallow.
know
That's why
what's
his
so
skin's so
delicious is sake bombs. We need
Oh.
to go and do this.
You know what? Who doesn't
English now.
serve booze?
Sushi.
Any sushi place in Utah County.
Yeah.
I have never, until I've had sushi in Utah County, had sushi without booze.
Yeah.
Ever.
They served it at
Sorry
Ahi
about that
Muse and they
experience
closed
last
it.
week.
Why
due
do you
to
think they're out of
COVID.
business?
Yeah.
Because God wasn't on their side.
No, we went to that.
It was a great place.
We went to that trash sushi like
Yeah.
4 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
Terrible. Never go back there.
Yep.
We went to fucking diarrhea sushi
Yep.
last week at Ahi Sushi.
Ahi muhi.
What's it called?
Sushi, yeah.
It was terrible.
Sushi Ya. Until they sponsor us, it was trash.
All 27
Terrible.
rolls
Right.
were terrible.
The
They,
the
they should
salmon
give you
was
toilet
brown.
paper after.
Yeah, toilet paper in the sushi would have been better.
Or they should clean their restroom one time.
Yeah.
Their restroom was terrible.
Yeah, we love you, sushi.
No, we don't.
We are totally convincing them to
No,
sponsor
we
us.
don't. Listen,
They had those fried
they
rolls
can
sitting
only
on
sue us
the
if
table
they
for
walk
like
in the
3
restroom
hours.
and like the restroom's clean. No, it is a vomit pit. It is bad.
Just send your subpoena to Trent's house.
Trent, 1-0, get the fuck out of my front yard, you piece of shit. West.
You guys like travel around for sushi. Me and Amy only go to Tsunami.
It's Amy and I, and also you don't leave your house. Shut up.
At Traverse Mountain?
We get takeout.
At Traverse Mountain?
Yeah.
You get takeout sushi?
That's called COVID to go.
Takeout sushi is horrible.
Yes.
You're
It's
sup-
almost as bad as
No.
all you can eat
They
sushi.
always
No.
they always
So-
fuck you in the
It's
drive-thru.
not.
So
First
when
of
you
all,
when you roll
vegetarian sushi, so there's no. There's no
it doesn't
fish.
matter if there's the is it seaweed paper, right? So when they roll that, you're supposed to eat it like immediately or within a couple minutes. Otherwise, it gets soggy and chewy. Like if you take
Yeah,
that
I don't-
home, it's done. It's
I don't
over.
know what sushi places you go to, but Tsunami, it does not happen with them.
I actually ate at Tsunami for lunch
Where
today.
where was the last time you got to go sushi, Beagle?
Tsunami,
That
you're
was
not
good.
listening?
No, I wasn't. You were asking for 50 fucking things.
So obviously we had some pretty heated discussions here, and we appreciate you guys being with us. We enjoy getting together and talking and having these discussions. As always, like our show and rate it
It's the best show.
and share it.
Let's be honest.
Even if you disagree, we like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And like Trent said, if you don't like it, just let it play.
just give us 1 star.
What? Stop, Phil.
One's better
No,
than nothing.
I identify as a 5-star.
Oh yeah.
You
Yes.
will give me a 5-star because I identify
You will honor
yeah.
you will honor
As a
his
5-star.
his identification.
Yes.
True that.
in any
World.
edit this out. Any color of the stars. I identify as all of the colors of the stars.
Thanks for
But
listening. We love
5
you.
of them.
We love you so much.
Fade,
5
fade,
Episode 10.
Like in general, a dog in wind is not a big deal. But tying your dog to the roof and going across the country.
Is all of this going on the podcast? I don't know.
No,
what I'm doing right
please,
now.
no.
Oh yeah.
I just want to make sure it's on the record that
It'll be the
Devin
outtakes.
fully supports Mitt Romney by that statement.
I do like it around me, yeah.
bad boys.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? What's the difference between a circumcision?
Unnecessary.
It's not. It's Tyler.
The eyes are the windows to the face.
Hi, my name's Jeff. I'm going to buy a minivan.
Jake looks like Quagmire right now.
You know the win a free karate lesson thing? Or like a free gym membership? I would always fill them out in Trent's name and put them in the box.
Hey.
I have to put on pants? Nah.
Just keep talking so many times.
Yeah, it turns out it was just actually heroin, but man, did I feel good after.
Wait, are those pickled eggs?
Play the transcript back. Crystal! Play the transcript.
And cut.